on our split decision here, we want to talk about, I should say, we talked about this off the air. We want to talk about it here. Whether it is time. It is time to go ahead and trade Russ and get him out here. Eugene, you say it is time. I say, hold on just a second. Now, I'll let you have the floor here, Eugene. Why do you want to drive this man to the airport and get him out of here?
I mean, I just don't understand. He's here. He's a gap quarterback at this point, right? He's not a starter. He's a guy you bring in to hold it down until the rookie you drafted is ready to go. So they drafted the rookie. He was impressive in his first game, and you're not taking the keys away from the kid, right? At this point, why would you go back to Russ unless there's some kind of injury? And you already have Jameis Winston as your other backup. So why are you keeping him around? I mean, other than just, I know he's a minimum player. He makes the minimum salary, so that's not bad. But you also have rookie QB on the contract. I just don't know what what would be the point of keeping him. I mean, he's just. There's nothing. I mean, unless you want a veteran presence behind him, I don't. Other than that, I mean, we know winning quarterback, right? If you want to go down that route, with playoffs, 2 Super Bowls, 1 Super Bowl win. I mean, that you got that card, but I don't know why you would keep him. And because there's other teams that kind of need quarterbacks, especially if the situation doesn't change in Carolina. That's looking at
man. You might get him Bryce out of here, sending Russ down to Carolina.
Well, it's looking pretty bad down there. Then they also have Cincinnati and those. So if you want to maybe bring in, because Browning hasn't been setting the world on fire. I mean, at least Russ had that really impressive game against. You can look at the Cowboys game, and at least he did that. So maybe you bring in somebody who can throw to those receivers, because they seem to have an issue down there. So. I don't know. There's other teams that could use a quarterback right now, and are they now Carolina? I think they're just when they traded Thielen, I thought now they're just putting the flag down. They're putting the flag up. I think they're banking on a high draft pick. So why would you trade?
Man, the Bryce show is over from what you're saying.
I mean, I like the guy. I mean, I really do. I like him about Alabama, but other than. It should not look good. It's not look good, but I don't know. I mean, I'd like to hear the case for us, but I mean, I don't understand what's the point of keeping him.
It's not really a case I could say necessarily for Russ as a starter. My whole point is necessarily keeping Russ kind of in town for injury issues. You see what happening, and I'm going to use those same examples. You see what happened with Joe Burrow. Their season's pretty much over in a lot of these seasons. If you look around the league, you see what's happened with Jaden Daniels. My fantasy quarterbacks already missed a couple games so far early in the season. I like the insurance guy, and I remember telling you before, even with the Falcons, when we had Kirk Cousins here, and I wasn't anxious to get the guy out of town. I wasn't anxious to drive him to the airport, because I'm like, you never know what's going to happen with these quarterbacks. They come in here. Look at what happened in Minnesota. You got JJ McCarthy there, right? Like JJ played a game or two. He was injured all last year.
Mm-hmm.
Played a game or two and was out of here. Now, luckily for New York, Jackson Dart did pick up a hamstring injury, but has practiced fully. So I think he's going to go here this week, which is great because it's fun to watch, to be honest with you. But he's expected to be a full go this upcoming week. Things like that, though. What if you had to go Jackson Dart, Jameis Winston? Are you satisfied with that? Are you happy? Are you happy with that situation? Because it feels to me you're banking a lot on the kid, pretty much staying upright and healthy. That's the only reason I really like keeping some of these veteran quarterbacks around, to be honest with you, because I am a big fan of the kids playing as early as possible. I don't like having to sit somebody for an entire year. I get maybe sitting them like half a year or so. So the Jackson Dart starting, to me, is what should be happening, and especially with how he looked in preseason. So there's no argument from here on like Jackson Dart starting. But I do think that there is value in keeping some of these guys around, especially if you're not paying them a ton of money to be around. What's interesting about the Giants situation now is just like with the Neighbors situation being kind of what it is. I would have liked Neighbors be around, help the kid out. It's great when you're a quarterback coming out there, have a receiver like Neighbors who's
Yes,
just phenomenal, right?
absolutely.
Great security blanket for you, man. So it's unfortunate that we don't really get to see that kind of materialize this season. But I do think that even having Russ, a person like Russ in the locker room, because Russ doesn't strike me as a guy to be disruptive or anything like that. Him and Kurt both strike me as consummate professionals who are in there helping the kids get it together. Maybe helping the kids get acclimated to the NFL. I think that there's some currency in that. And I do think that's why some of like a Larry Fitzgerald, I think is a prime example of this. That's why some of these players do stay around a long time in the league, even if they have maybe lost a step, maybe aren't the player they used to be. They're a great person to have in the locker room, help these young quarterbacks with the maturation process. An extra voice for you,
Right.
Now, if you're paying a guy a ton of money, you got to go. You know what I mean? Like, that's you be out here. But at the end of the day, I have to look at what the Giants are paying Russ. I don't think they're paying him a ton, man.
It's not a lot. I know, because he's still getting the Bronco money. Yeah,
is he? Are the Broncos still eating most of that contract?
Yeah, he's still getting. He's getting paid from Broncos still, so he's fine. He
went for like a couple million, I want to say, to Pittsburgh last year. Now I'm wondering if he's still on something similar like that.
Oh yeah, it's very similar.
If I had him for a couple million, I mean, even more so keep him. You know what I mean? Only because going similar to what I said about the Kirk Cousins situation, where we've already paid the guy 93% of the contract. Like we've already paid the guy $93 million. Where I'm not letting you go for $7 million. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather keep you for the $7, $8, $9, $10 million and that somebody else might offer for you. I'd rather keep you as a high quality backup. And I think that if nothing else, Russ can be that, man. High quality backup, voice in the locker room. But when it comes to Russ playing, replacing the kid, I don't even think you hope it goes that direction. You hope it does not go that direction, actually. If you got Russ, you're actually hoping he does not see the field, right?
Right, exactly. Oh no, he's making 10.5 million this year. So it's I think the Bronco money ran out because the Bronco money was when he was with your team last year. So
so when he was with the Steelers, he's making a couple million. Okay, so 10 is a little bit it's a little bit more. But I gotta look at what some of these backups are making though. I think for quality backup,
that's exactly what he's getting.
Might be getting about $15 million. That's like backup money already.
Right.
You're not making the 40, 50 million of the DAX of the world. You're not making the 40, 50 million dollars. So you're already even at the 10 million mark, seeming like you're getting paid for what you're currently playing as.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I mean it's a 1-year deal, 10.5.
And a 1-year deal, the length, right? The length doesn't say I love you.
Exactly.
1 year. 1 year doesn't mean I love you, man. That means we're dating, but I don't know if I want to put a ring on it, right?
Right, and $8 million of it was guaranteed. So there you go. A lot of it, the rest of it's tied up in incentives.
With incentives too, man. So he didn't even hit the 10 point. That's 10.5 is incentivized. So he's really got 8, is what you're saying.
Exactly. He's really 8. So there you go. Then if they cut him, it's like $11 million cap hit for this year. So again, it's not. You're right. It's not in the world to keep him. It's not in the world that they get rid of him. It's not like it's.
Can you get a better quarterback for a better backup quarterback for $8 million
right now? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that like if you had to get a backup, we're looking around the league, and you were saying, man, we want somebody to back the kid Dart up. We got an $8 million budget. Do you think you get a better quarterback?
I think Jameson's is a I think Jameson is a good backup. I think he's fine. I mean, he's a good backup. I think he's fine at that backup role. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's we're splitting hairs. I think you're right. It's fine. It does. I mean, it's not hurting him being there. He's not being disruptive. I mean, unless he goes to the management and goes, "Hey, can I be cut?" Or if a team calls. I mean, they're gonna make. I mean, you're not getting you're not getting a high draft pick for obviously if you trade him, you're getting maybe a 6 or 7 round pick for him, right? You're not getting anything lower than that. So uh, it's fine. Yeah, you keep him back there. It's
So
not
you
the end of
said
the world.
you could take it or leave it. Then that's what you're saying, but you're
Yeah,
definitely in the leave it camp. You get him out of here. What you're saying?
I mean, I personally just if I don't know if he's holding it depends on he's not if he's not really holding a roster spot, right? He's not hurting that. It's not like the Giants are
Is
going
he
anywhere
like
this week.
one roster spot away? Like his position very precarious? You think? Like you think he's just man? Anything could happen, and Russ, you're out of here.
Oh, I don't know. I again, it all depends. Like who if these teams start getting desperate, like your Carolinas, like your Cincinnati Bengals, right? Like